Brother Blackjack. God bless you, sir. God bless you. I didn't know you was on earlier. But Peacock, all the way from Australia. I'm home alone. It just hit me. I went downstairs to get something. I said, door ain't locked. I saw my wife gone. Her friend wanted her to ride to Texas to take the grandchildren back home. But we think it's a surprise because her birthday is actually next Wednesday, and I be in North Carolina. Her birthday is Wednesday the 21st. Hers actually a month from mine, years apart, but a month from mine. So she's gone. They're on the road to Texas praying for her. Keep them lifted up in prayer. Her and her friend. They're on their way to Dallas. And I really forgot. I'm thinking she at work like I always do, and I went downstairs and they hit me. So 5 looking in, 1 like. Come on, hit the likes. And let's talk. Let's talk about the word gossip. Let's talk about what we learned tonight. Anybody? Nobody normally asks questions, but Courtney and a few other people here and there. Continue to pray for Sister Ursula's mother, Brother Larry Blackjack mother, Sister Octavia's mother, Gabriel, Linda, Brianna, many other people. V, Autumn, Marlo, amen, Thelma, Craig, Tracy, many others. Many others. I'm working on my prayer list. I'm going first thing in the morning, get my tires balanced and rotated. And then I'm going to wash my truck. I don't know I'm washing my truck, but the guy that washed my truck got COVID. Pray for him. So I'll wash it and park it, fill it up with gas, and I won't drive it again until I leave for North Carolina. I drive the other vehicles. Anything other than Brewer Store trying to tell everybody she love them? Tell her to be on the home. I don't see it on the home. I don't see it. Oh, there you go. I just put Pandora on my TV. Now I'm looking for it. Okay, that's awesome. How many years anniversary would it be? Courtney, my daughter, where you been? Maybe I had to come to California. How many years anniversary would be? Hey, Ursula. God bless you, sister. God bless you. Tune in to it. Oh, okay. Anything in reference to gossip? Anything you know you wasn't on there, Courtney, Is there anything anybody could think about or remember a time when somebody said something about you and spread it, whether it was true or not, and you remember the pain behind that, you remember the hurt feelings behind that? Anybody?
There's another guy talking about that over under 5.5 wins. Some people want to stay away from it, betting on that. And things aren't adding up to me. I'm going to joke that.
Yeah.
Credit
because if you practice that, Courtney, would it still be considered gossiping if you're talking about someone or something without mentioning names? It's a practice, right? So a man think it, so is he. If you practice doing that, a lot of times we'll make them remember who it is. We'll say stuff that that person know who you're talking about. You don't even have to say a name. That person would know. And if you practice that, sooner or later you're going to spill it. So the best way to do is don't practice gossip. Don't practice gossip. Did we not read earlier? You went on there. But we read earlier and said, don't have nothing to do with a gossiper. So if we don't have nothing to do with a gossiper, and even though we're not mentioning name, but we still gossiping, because you begin to practice that, and you practice that, that becomes a part of you. So I wouldn't even practice it. Oh, okay. You like it? You like the church? I'm going to come up there and visit with you one week. Matter of fact, Brother Larry, the anniversary Sunday, I can't do Sunday, but let me know if y'all church have any kind of revivals, any kind of whatever, and it's towards a weekend or something. I'm going to come. I'm going to come. Just remind me in advance. Give me advance notice. I love the fellowship with the brothers and sisters on here. I'm looking forward to North Carolina. Pastor Jeffries, bless my soul, him and his wife, and they're going to allow me to stay with them, so that'll allow me to be able to go to North Carolina. I'm not going to say and say I still have everything I need, but that's the beginning of the blessing. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the text he sent me. Oh no, this is his wife. I sent them a text in the group, but they asked me what I like, and I said I can eat anything, burgers, but one of my favorite rice and gravy if it's good. So she texts, "Oh, this is so sweet. You are so welcome, and yes, hospitality is ministry. So we look forward to seeing you. The suite is ready at JR Estate, and so is the Jeffrey Cafe. Safe traveling. Looking forward to you, my brother." That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Wow, Jeffrey Cafe. Let me respond. And eating at the Jeffrey Cafe. Yeah, she capitalized that too. Any more questions? Okay, brother Blackjack. We still praying for your mom. Amen. Praying for you. We praying for the saints. So like I said, I'm gonna update my prayer list so I can lay it in front of me when I pray. This defense finished, I think, 127th out of 132. Bring that number up to go. Anybody want to talk about gossip? 5.5 in a little bit. Look, the defense was. There's nothing nobody experienced. No matter hurt they feeling somewhere with gossip. I had a whole video about that early on. Again, I think we probably going a little bit over the top of being a defensive coordinator. He wasn't just ready yet to be a defensive coordinator for Colorado. But you bring in this young man who led Michigan, obviously played on national championship last year with Michigan, coached at Alabama during a championship run, coached at FSU during a championship run. This guy's been a part of the championship status team. Anybody? Now he also coached Colorado State. We'll leave that part out. He goes to Georgia as well. So under Saban,
under Kirby Smart, and then of course Jim Harbaugh, all champions.
Same way you deal with all gossip, Courtney. Just leave them alone. Pray for them and tell them they're wrong. That's what we talked about at the end of the message. That the hardest thing to do is it hurts somebody to feel and tell them they're wrong. I don't really tell people they're wrong because most of the time they already know. Like I said, I go and say, hey, I don't really want to hear that, man. We're gonna just pray. We're gonna just intercede for them. And once you start doing that, they'll start coming to you. But see, people that gossip come to you when you don't stop them, when you don't shut them down, when you keep listening, they're gonna keep coming. But once they realize you ain't got nothing to do with that, they'll start coming to you. And you love them. You keep loving them no matter what. You keep treating them with respect. It is difficult. You love these people. It's difficult. But you got to make the decision to please God or not. Thank you, Courtney, because you know when nobody really asks no question, you didn't ask.
Professional experience is being brought in to manage and handle this defense to provide the best unit on the football field. Again, we ranked 127 out of 132. You got to look at that.
Okay, anybody else?
The best part about that is the only way we can go is up. And think about those games. 4 wins last year, right? Not that the bar is 6, but it's how do you get to 6? How do you get to 4 games? How do you get to over 5.5? How do you win 2 more games? I don't know. Have a top 100 rated defense, right? 20 more positions, 20 more spots, and there's probably 2 games right there. You kind of level it out like that. It's okay. That's not hard to grasp under. When you look at the talent, which we're going to get into here in just a moment, you take a look at these PFF scores.
All right, one more minute.
Defense starts to plug in some really talented players. Like, look, that's not going to be hard to do just by the sheer talent that added from the transfer portal to this team alone.
Keep me in prayer for tomorrow night, though, when I preach in Gulfport.
But again, this is kind of where everyone's trying to.
And if the Lord say the same, everything keep working out like it's working out right now. Monday morning, I'll be on the road. I'm gonna stop every 2.5 to 3 hours to stretch and rest. Courtney, just come with the question, baby. I appreciate you asking questions. And I'm gonna stop every 2.5 to 3 hours because I think it's a 12-hour drive to Fayetteville. And I'm gonna stop every 2 to 3 hours to rest these legs and stretch out and just not trying to overdo it. When I was younger, I drive about to fall out. But now I don't. I take my time. I drive fast, but I don't try to drive 6, 7, 8 hours straight. Now, if I don't get sleepy, I will. But I'm gonna try to do about 2.5, 3 hours and rest, stretch, and walk around a little bit. So I should get there. The Lord said the same between 1 and 2 o'clock their time. I'm preaching in Gulfport at 7 p.m. I'm gonna take my phone for the YouTube ministry here, and if I find somebody and I know, I'm asking them what they record. If not, I've been in this church. Actually, last time I've been in this church, I preached in. It was years ago. I preached. My friend Herman been dead about 2 years. And he was there when I preached, and the power of God really moved, and it was awesome. And so I hadn't been back to that church. Period. It's a church we associate with in St. Martin area, and that pastor in St. Martin is the overseer of this pastor. And they're having a men's conference, and there was another guy preaching Saturday, and then a friend of mine was on Sunday. But he called me 2 days ago, asked me, could I fill in? The guy can't make it for Saturday. So I told him, yeah, it's an honor and a privilege to do so. And I do take that as an honor. Well, Courtney, when it comes to giving your testimony to people, how do you not gossip? If you're giving your testimony, you're not gossiping about yourself. When you give your testimony, you just telling the truth of what God done in your life. Now, if you got to mention somebody else in your testimony, you really ain't giving your testimony. You gossiping. You're right. But if you're giving your testimony, it's never going to be about what other people did, or you paraphrase it. You don't mention who they are, because why? To focus on you anyway. To focus on your testimony, what God did for you, and how God brought you out of it. So when you're getting your testimony, you're not gossiping about yourself. You're saying facts. Like the Lord used me, and I went over to Sister Janet. You ain't got to say all that. The Lord used me. I went over. The Lord sent me to a sister in the Lord, and then blah, blah, blah. And this what happened, blah, blah. You ain't got to use their names. You don't. Unless they are already in the ministry with us, and we on here, and we use each other's name. But you don't even have to use the name
Like I said, those are my opinion, the two schools.
because it's focused on what God did for you and how he brought you out.
Dark Knight, simply due to the fact that how much of their team they're bringing back. I think it's in the 75th percentile of production for football they're bringing back. The most of college football, West Virginia is. So a lot of people have them kind of doing well this year, just given the seniority and the experience they're bringing back on their football team. So look, that is part of it. I think Colorado loses 2 to 3 games. That's my thought. Maybe a fourth one in there. But that's just kind of off the dome really quick. And again, these schools, Oregon State, I think Utah, those 2 teams are going to be very tough for Colorado, just given this year's talent that those teams possess. Now, what I did here, this is the quarterback room. I went through a few position groups. So let's take a look at this next position group here, which is, let's see, this is John Johnson. This is wide receiver. So,
No more questions?
Travis Hunter did not wind up on this list. I believe had to probably snaps, not enough playing time, whatever it may be, does not land on this list. Will Shepard, obviously, he was lowered on the list, but played at Vanderbilt last year. But ultimately, again, you're kind of looking at, okay, how does Colorado's talent match up against around the league? They do play Iowa State, which obviously Iowa State is a Big 12 team. They've got 2 top wide receivers in there. Great to see, but they got a top quarterback. That was up there. So right now, again,
all right then. God bless you. And if I come on tomorrow, it'll be recording me. I'm going into isolation mode tomorrow. I got to go do some things in the morning, but after that, I'm come back and I'll come out of isolation mode once I finish studying. Once I started studying, I'm not answering no phone calls, nothing, until God give me what he want me to have. And then I'm going to be cautious of what phone calls I take because I want to stay focused. I want to be zoned in for the word of God that night. So I'm probably going to be in isolation most of the day. So if you're going to catch me, you better catch me first thing in the morning while I'm waiting to get my truck fixed. Time's rotating. Because once I come home, I'm locked down until I go to that sermon, that message. All right. God bless you. I will be on Glide in the morning when I do my normal breakfast run with you guys after I pray. I will be on Glide. But other than that, I appreciate you guys so much, man. Keep up what you're doing. Keep chasing God. Keep holding on and let God bless you. Have a blessed night. Love you in Jesus' name.
You got to believe that they've got the number 1 quarterback in the country. We're looking at like this. Travis Hunter